When I said that I don't demand that other people pay for my health problems, I changed my mind, and I'll tell you why. I was talking about it with my husband, and he told me that that was easy for me to say because I'm very comfortable, and I have my dream home, and I have my dream husband, and I have all of my needs taken care of. I think the reason I am having this YouTube video is to be a voice for people who don't have time or energy to tell you that they're suffering, and I've seen it firsthand, and I've been there. We should be responsible for the many people who are out there who don't have time to tell you how awful it is when they're put off by people who have the ability to help them.
We have an absolute duty, a social contract to each other, to help each other. For somebody to think that we come together in society to simply do our own thing and be selfish is just totally wrong. The reason we come together as a society is to help each other in ways that we cannot do individually. And the question should really be, how can you willfully and consciously allow somebody to suffer pain and sickness while you live in a society with them? There is a degree of independence and benefits to ourselves that we give up in order to help others. And when it comes to Medicare and Medicaid and health care, those are things that are absolute essentials of our society, that we have to help and support each other, because otherwise, if we don't support each other in that regard, ultimately our society falls down, breaks down into chaos, break down into tribes, and we break down into units that are just completely disorganized, that war and fight each other, and ultimately destroy each other. And if we're going to get around that, if we want to be a group, a society that progresses and reaches its full potential, then we've got to help each other in all areas of healthcare. And healthcare is just one of those. Just like fire and police, that we demand to have the police come and help us, we demand to have the fire come and help us when our houses are burning down, we should also be able to demand the same thing of each other. Help each other in the areas where we are sick and in pain at no fault of our own. These are circumstances that are beyond our control, and individually they can take us down. There are people who can't handle these individually, and that's why they are together in a society. They are here to get the help from others that otherwise would cause individuals to just end up dying or suffering in a totally inhumane way. Now there's another reason why we need to support each other with health care, is that we have an absolute moral duty to each other. Not just a social contract where we come together and we agree to help each other, but we have a moral duty to be our brother's keeper. That moral duty is one that's very real. It's one that comes from a God who loves us and who wants us to be able to cooperate in such a way where we help each other through hard times. That we have a God that wants us to be selfless and wants us to work together to overcome challenges. He gives us challenges so that we can become greater and grow emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. And that doesn't happen if we sit around and refuse to help each other and say, oh, I don't have an obligation to help other people who are sick and dying and who are in pain. Oh, I just help myself. No, that's absolutely wrong. We have to rise above that. We have to rise above being animals. The animal world is not what we are meant to be. We are humans. We are infinitely more capable than animals in terms of intellectually and spiritually, and we are meant to be that way. And because we are more capable than them, we have to bring out that which is in us to overcome the lower levels of animal life that's in us. Now, a lot of times people have this conceited idea that somehow, because they are they have a better attitude about work, they work harder, they're smarter, they're able to end up earning a whole lot more than other people, that somehow they deserve better treatment than the others. While on some levels that may be true, when it comes down to the ultimate value of a person, that doesn't make them any more valuable. And when pain and suffering and sickness afflict a person, that affliction, everyone feels it the same way. Whether you're poor or rich, you still feel that sickness, that pain the same way. So because people have the same value, they should be upheld and taken care of in the same way. It involves a little sacrifice, but sacrifice is good for us. It helps us progress and grow. So by us helping those who are less fortunate, whether by their own choice or by circumstances beyond their control, we benefit at the same time in ways that are essentially spiritual and emotional. But those are just as valuable as benefiting financially, if not more.
I don't even know why I chose to address that certain article, because in the same article, the guy says, I don't know anyone who would be happy that they would be compelled to pay for his neighbor's roof if his neighbor's roof fell in. And I thought, well, if my neighbor's roof fell in, I'd be over there with blankets and offering them to stay at my home and offering them any spare money that we had. So yes, I do demand that other people pay for other people's health problems, and I'm demanding it on behalf of my friends who can't make that argument, who are at home, probably in bed, probably in a lot of pain, who haven't had their bandages changed, who have infections and have to deal with that every day, who can't prepare their own meals, who don't have the energy to do their own laundry or take care of their own hygiene, because their energy is spent getting up the courage to go and change their dressings, which is very, very painful. And they don't have time to make videos like this, and they don't have the energy, and I'm sure there are many people in the world and we just don't know about them because they aren't in a position to have a voice. So I'm taking responsibility and I'm doing my part, and I'm the voice. Go do it. So shame on me for my tra-la attitude.